Hello there my YouTube friends. So once again we have another unboxing here, this time of the Dark Knight Rises Salina Kyle, or Catwoman. And this one here again is Hot Toys one, a movie masterpiece. And I think the front end here looks absolutely beautiful. You know, it's a really great design. You see it's a unique style design there. And it's the MMS 188 version. And of course on the back here we'll have the people that were involved, which is upside down. You can trust me to have it upside down. So there we're going. Front end. The tops and whatever are pretty standard and straightforward. You know, we're doing a different, slightly different style for you here, guys, because I don't know what style you prefer. You know, whether you like to see this ugly mug as I'm opening them up at first, or whether you prefer this style. You know, so please let me know in the comments below so I can work it out and do whatever's sort of best for you. Or you know, because I don't mind either way. You know, those that want to see the videos on me cancer sort of stuff, I'm going to see me face there anyway. So those that might want to watch these things and didn't want to see my ugly mug on the screen, well, that's fair enough as well, you know. So just let me know what you prefer and I will certainly do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to now lift the lid off, but I'm going to have to lay it down first, so just bear with me while I lay it down and then we'll get the lid lifted off it. So it's like a shoe style box, but slightly different as the side there, slightly different. I like that inner slip, you know, the storm is coming, the kiss on it. I think that's pretty damn good. That slips out and you've got, boom, your character and those few little bits and pieces that she comes with. She doesn't come with a lot, so it shouldn't take a lot to get through those particular parts when I get them all out for you. But you can see it's it's standard, bog standard when it comes to how things are done now, especially with Hot Toys. You know, it's basically always in the clamshell style box. That's how they do them. It keeps them from moving around too much, so hopefully they shouldn't get damaged. So let's get this stuff out, let's get it looked at. And here we go with the accessories, guys. As you can see, not a great deal. They have the obligatory pegs, which you can see are really small, but they look quite good ones, for the simple fact is that the top bit here with it being split looks like that would go in and out of the actual character's wrists quite easily. Yeah, not too easily, but easily enough so that it's not going to be any sort of hardship compared to some of them. That can be really tough to get in and out when you have to heat them up. We have the hands, which obviously, I mean, they're just tiny. Yeah, it's one of the things with these female characters that I really do sort of find is so thingy. It's like how tiny the hands actually are compared to the male characters, you know. But it's still got damn good details to them. And this time round, don't know what it is, but Hot Toys have given you more right than they have left for a female. What's that all about? Yeah, very strange how Hot Toys do these things. You know, they're always giving you slightly more hands on the characters than others, and it's normally more left than it is right. Here on the female, it's right rather than left. So strange, but because they're gloved hands, there's not much to them. There's not much. They don't really need a crap ton of detail to them, but they do look good. The base is pretty nice. I like the way that the Batman logo is sort of smashed. Yeah, it's got the Salina Kyle, which is with a metal thing to it, so that's good as well. Yeah, not sure what these swirl things are all about. You know what they're supposed to represent, but hey, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't tend to use the bases, as you know. It is a different style of base to what the other Batman ones are, so that's again is another sort of strange one. If you can hear squeaking in the background, I have to apologise. The dog's got one of his toys. He's found one of his toys, and it happens to be one of his favourites, which happens to be Squeaky. We have here the crotch grabber, but without the metal bit to grab the crotch with. which that wasn't mentioned when I think it from eBay, but it's not a big deal. You know, it's not something I'm going to sort of cry about out like that. It would have been nice to have it on there, but I don't tend to use them anyway, so it doesn't make too big of a difference to me. Then we have our glasses, you know, the goggle things that she wears. You can see there, the actual underneath part. And these can come down and swivel into position, look. So that's pretty good. You can move them up and out of the way. I think the level of detail on the eye mask is beautiful. It'll look nice on her when I get it done. So like that. And then of course the last thing that you get is the pistol. Again, you can see it's a nice level of detail to it. Yeah, it does have the cock in action, which does sort of just fire straight back into place. But again, what we have missing that wasn't mentioned when I bought it is the clip, which is for some reason it wants to hold me on my hand rather than the gun. There you go. Is the clip. The clip's missing from it. But again, it's not something I'm going to really be bothered, because from the sort of standard angle you're not really going to notice it that much. Yeah, so I'm not really that worried about it. And for the simple fact is, when you see the character you'll realise why I'm not worried about it, you know. But there you go guys, that is what you're getting with it. Now let's get Salina Kyle out herself and see how she looks. So facial features wise, you know, that's definitely the right person, definitely the right character, and looks. So you can see by this fairly good close up here that is Anne Hathaway. You know, you can tell, at least I can tell, I think it's a pretty damn good likeness. The only thing that's not great on this particular model is if you look at the hair, where the hairline bit is here, that looks awfully strange. But I guess you're going to basically probably have a sort of face thing on, face mask on, which will probably have the actual helmet bit lifted up, so it'll cover a bit of that sort of unsightliness that's there, which I'll show you in a moment when I do put that on. I just want to show you the thing, you know, the lips are full, you know, they look great, and it's just a dead on likeness for Anne Hathaway for me. You know, I really do like this thingy. And so we'll pan down a bit and show you, you know, the tightness of the uniform and that. Now this is where the issues normally lie, guys, with these particular ones, and that's this leather or pleather bits here on the arms, and you've also got them on the legs, which I'll show you in a moment. These start to deteriorate really, really badly. You know, I know Dean Knight 333 had exactly that issue with his. It literally, these bits and the legs just really peeled really badly on them, you know. He thought he was actually going to have to get rid of his character at one point, but he managed to find a way to make it look half decent. Yeah, so this is why I'm not going to go stupid over the fact that the tiny bit of the crotch grabber was missing and the clip was missing, because these bits here are still in fantastic nick, you know. These are still sort of like almost brand spanking new. There is no signs of wear or tear on the gloves or on our boots, you know. And our boots are big ass boots, motherfucker, you know. And you'll see shortly when I pan this around and move it around that the high heels that she's got on are just sort of spectacular, you know. They look absolutely amazing. But I'll tell you one thing, guys, it took some doing to get it to stand out. Well, mainly because this platform thing that she's standing on here is like very, very soft and bouncy underneath, so to try and get it to stand up on her own, what a nightmare I had, mate. Honest to goodness, it took me probably over 20 minutes to get it to stand. I was literally ready to pull me out, especially as I didn't have the stand to be able to stand her on, which I probably would have used at that point. But this, guys, she just looks absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it's just going to look absolutely brilliant, along with me Batman and what have you, you know. The fact that they've got this style of hair as well, it becomes quite unruly. As you can see, it's already starting to stick out all over the place, you know, which is not great. But I think with this type of character, you need that, you know, you need that type of hair on. I think if you put the moulded hair to something like this, it would be so hard to be able to move her around and pose her up because of the hair thingy. So I like the fact that they've got this type of hair on it. I'm not going to do too much in the way of the bendability and what have you on it, the articulation, because the simple fact is I don't want to start manipulating those gloves and those legs too much, but I will show you quickly once over what they're like, and then hopefully I might be able to get it to stand again, because it's going to be a nightmare. Once again, we've got the head rise. She's got a massive amount of tilt down over. I mean, that is just phenomenal. The best I've seen yet on a figure. Pretty much looks straight up. It doesn't look like up. Yeah, so shoulders wise comes out, as you can see, perfectly 90 degrees, but you're going to have to watch for this type of thing. It doesn't make too much of a bad mark. Moving forward, and you can pretty much get right the way up, but you're going to have to watch for the creasing. That's good. Elbow, you're getting complete double bend, so that's pretty damn good. Wrist wise, you're going to get the full turn, full flexion in any direction as well, which is pretty damn good, considering normally speaking you've got to move the wrist peg around to get that, but you've got pretty damn good flexion there, so that's good. It's panned in. Waist wise, you do have a little bit of room there to go back and forward. Yeah, so you do have that. Let's just pan out a bit, make it a bit easier for you to see, I think. And this bit on the waist moves up and down so you can actually position it where you want it. Once you've got it in position, you're not going to get much outward movement, as you can see, because the pants are that tight. It just pulls it straight back into place, and you do not want to rip those things. Coming forward, again, you can get it right up there, but it's just going to flick itself back down to roughly about 45-ish degrees, if not slightly less, and you're going to get that bend in there, which you don't really want too much. So back over, it's going to probably be standard Hot Toys. You get it slightly further back than what you're getting with the male ones, so that's not so bad. Knees, full, absolute, total double bend. That is amazing. And you can see, look at heel. That's what our heels look like, and I just think they are amazing. They are just brilliant, and that's what's making it quite hard to get it to stand up, is to the fact that just wearing those heels. Yeah, and you do get great bend on every direction on this, which is brilliant. I just want to be careful, because I don't want to start messing around with these too much. And then the fun part obviously is always to get her to stand back up again afterwards, because it took us 20 minutes the first time round. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to knock this off right now, set her up with a couple of things on her, and then see if I can get her to stand and come back to you in about half an hour. And here we go, guys. I managed to eventually get her to stand back up, fully kitted out, and you can see how the hair now doesn't look too bad, because she's got her face mask on, and the top of the goggles actually cover the hair just by a quick bit of manoeuvring. The hair isn't as unruly, even though it's slightly unruly there. I've just been sort of pulling a little bit of it down to try and get it into place a little bit. I don't want to move her just yet, even though the gun's not quite in the right position. For the simple fact is that if I move her, I'm going to have a problem getting her to stand up, I think. So I'll go at that in a minute. You can see there just how beautiful she actually looks. You know, this is a great female character here. You know, got a bit of sass going on there, and I can't wait to get her in a detail next to the Batman and Bane. Don't know how it's going to work, but we'll get them in there together, and I'm well happy with her, because like I say, the issues you're going to end up eventually having is with those pleather or leather boots and those gloves. You know, they do have an issue at some point, especially if it gets really hot or humid. Thankfully we live in England, but again, it happened to Dean Knight, and Dean Knight lives in England. Yeah, and in here in this man cave during the summer, it can get pretty damn warm in here. You know, so it is something I'm a little bit concerned about happening in the future, but I'll probably not be a bloody live when that happens anyway, so I'm not going to be fussed. You know, we'll have probably sold them by then, so hopefully somebody will still get this character in really good nick when I'm gone. But for now, she looks damn good. It's time for her to find her place in a detolf. But let's first show you a better close-up. Guys, you can see very much from any angle. Yeah, that's Anne Hathaway. She looks damn good. That's sass going on with her. So with one leg kicked slightly out. The beautiful heels on. Man, does she look good? Now time for you to find your home, baby. This is the Bale and Nerdy Oaf. Please comment, let us know what you think of this one. Whether it be the character or the video itself, you know, whether you prefer the way I've just done this video compared to my other videos. Then just let us know in the comments below. Anyway guys, this is the Bale and Nerdy Oaf. I'll catch those that want in the next one. And I am out of here. There she is, in a new home with Bane and Batman. Looking up, watching what's going on with Batman, deciding should she get involved and try and shoot Bane. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty damn cool.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.